strange woman, then waking up in her house and realizing that she locked you in a nursery and dressed you up to look like a baby. The last thing you remember was hiking with your boyfriend when you both saw this woman approach you. But there was something off about her. She was wearing a giant porcelain doll costume. Now you're trapped somewhere in her house with no choice but to play along with her sick fantasy. This woman, who doesn't ever speak or take her doll costume off, is intent on forcing you to pretend to be her baby. There's no reasoning or snapping her out of this delusion. Though just when it seems completely hopeless, you hear a voice coming from the other side of the wall. Someone else is being held captive in the same house as you. A man. He tells you the woman's name is Dolly and you have to follow the rules of her game while secretly searching for a key to free the both of you. But there's a massive plot twist in this movie that I really did not hint at all, and that I fully didn't see coming when I first discovered this movie. Before I tell you the name of this movie, make sure to follow for more horror and movie content. You might have already guessed, but this is called Dolly. If you've been following me for a while and it sounds familiar, it might be because a while ago I did post a story of the movie poster and how it reminded me of a girl version of Brahms the Boy. But I'm so glad that I actually gave this movie a chance and pressed play because it's really good. As in, I didn't expect both the visual effects and the story to be so intense. And it's not giving Brahms at all. If anything, it actually reminds me of Barbarian. There are times where I feel like horror movie logic might have played a role, but I personally interpreted this movie as camp. Regardless, I think you'll have a good time watching Dolly, so let me know what you thought if you've seen it, and follow for more. Imagine waking up tied to a bed, then seeing an old woman that you don't recognize sitting in front of you. And the first thing that she says to you is, "We thought this was the best way for you to go missing." Then you look to the corner of the bedroom and catch a glimpse of a young boy who turns out to be the old woman's dead grandson. The old woman who kidnapped you and brought you to her house is your doctor's wife. And when your doctor found out that you were pregnant, you unknowingly became a target. What you didn't know is that your doctor's grandson recently passed away, and his wife has been really struggling with the grief, descending into madness and even resorting to worshiping the devil. So the doctor, instead of putting a stop to it, decides to help his wife and go to the extreme regardless of what it takes to bring their grandson back. Their plan is to perform a reverse exorcism on you, to put their dead grandson's spirit into your unborn baby and then resurrect him through you. But of course, when they open the doors to the spirit world, what returns isn't exactly their grandson. It's a lot more sinister than that, and now the main character, the pregnant woman who's been roped into all of this, has to find a way to escape, with now God knows what growing inside her. Before I tell you the name of this movie, make sure to follow for more horror and movie content. This is Anything for Jackson, a supernatural horror movie from 2020. There's a snowblower scene in this movie that literally rivals the lawnmower scene from the Sinister movies. If you know, you know. If you haven't seen this and are looking for a dark but unique supernatural horror movie, then check it out, let me know what you thought, and follow for more.
How do I meet the strangest men? They always seem to find me. Remember that time way back when I kissed a guy who ate his women friends? Now only dogs will follow me.
Is he following?
I bite at the hand that feeds me, slap at the face that eats me. Some kind
Imagine watching your best friend get murdered in a grocery store by armed robbers. Then months after his death, you and the rest of the friend group decide to honor his life by going on the hiking trip that he always wanted. So you end up in the Scandinavian wilderness, but in the middle of the hike, someone gets injured, forcing you all to leave the marked hiking trail and cut through the forest instead. When you enter the forest, determined to find a shortcut out, what you actually end up finding is a gutted animal displayed in a ritualistic way and mysterious symbols carved into the trees. At the worst possible time, a rainstorm hits, making you all run to the nearest shelter, an abandoned cabin deeper in the woods. Inside this cabin, you find many objects with the same symbol that's carved into the trees outside, and a statue that looks like a human torso with deer antlers for hands. Having no choice but to spend the night at this creepy abandoned cabin, you go to sleep hoping you'll all make it out of the forest the next morning. But when you wake up, everything gets so much worse, and you realize too late that you all probably should have just gone to Vegas instead. This is The Ritual from 2017. It's based on a horror novel that's also really good, but the movie is one of my staple recommendations for people who like horror movies involving any kind of mythology. If you haven't seen it yet, then definitely check it out. Let me know what you thought and follow for more.